Tommy was a curious boy who lived in a village nestled beside a vast forest. He loved to explore.
Every day I would gaze at the forest, my eyes wide with wonder. I longed to uncover its secrets.
Tommy's parents, however, warned him about the dangers lurking within its shadowy depths. They told him stories of people who ventured in but never returned.
Tommy, the forest is dangerous. Many have gone in and never come back.
Tommy, though, believed he was different. He was sure he could conquer the forest's mysteries.
I just know I can do it. I'm different.
Tommy's pockets always bulged with treasures from his adventures. He'd find colourful stones, shiny beetles, and feathers dropped by unseen birds. He kept them all in a special box under his bed.
One day, while playing near the edge of the forest, I heard something unusual. It was a whisper, soft and enticing, calling my name. It seemed to come from the heart of the forest, beckoning me closer.
The forest stood tall and imposing, a dark wall of trees against the bright blue sky. The villagers spoke of it in hushed tones, their voices low with fear and respect. They said the trees whispered secrets to each other, secrets only the forest itself was meant to know.
But I wasn't afraid. I was curious. The forest for me was a giant puzzle waiting to be solved. I believed its secrets were meant for me to discover.
Tommy's parents had forbidden him from entering the forest.
It's too dangerous, Tommy. Many have entered but never found their way out.
But Mom, what if I can find my way out?
His father, a burly woodsman, would pat him on the head and say,
The forest is no place for a young boy, son. There are creatures there that are best left undisturbed.
but Tommy, driven by curiosity, couldn't resist the allure of the unknown.
I just have to know what's in there.
The whisper tickled his ears, light as a feather but clear as a bell.
Tommy,
It called, drawing him closer to the forest's edge. He hesitated for a moment, remembering his parents' warnings, but the whisper was so alluring, so full of playful promise, that he couldn't resist its call.
Just one step. I have to see.
He took a deep breath and stepped across the threshold, leaving the familiar warmth of the sun behind. As he ventured deeper, the trees seemed to close in around him, their branches intertwining overhead to block out the sun. The air grew heavy and still, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. The whisper grew stronger, guiding him deeper into the woods.
come, Tommy, come.
It was like a mischievous friend, leading him on a grand adventure. With each step, Tommy felt a thrill of excitement mixed with a flicker of apprehension.
This is it. The adventure I've been waiting for. The forest floor was a labyrinth of tangled roots and fallen branches. Hours seemed to melt away as I followed the whisper, my excitement growing with each step. I imagined discovering a hidden waterfall, a magical creature, or perhaps a treasure chest filled with gold. I didn't realize how far I had wandered until the whisper faded, leaving me in an eerie silence.
Tommy stopped, his heart pounding in his chest. He looked around, but the familiar landmarks were gone. He was lost. Panic welled up inside him as shadows stretched and twisted around him, taking on menacing shapes. The playful whispers he had followed now sounded cold and cruel, mocking his predicament. Tears welled up in his eyes as he called out for his parents, but only silence answered him. The forest held him captive, a maze with no apparent exit. He was trapped in a world of whispering shadows, his youthful curiosity replaced by a chilling fear. As the sun began to set, casting long, menacing shadows across the village, Tommy's parents grew increasingly worried. He was never late for dinner, always returning with stories of his adventures and his pockets full of trinkets. When night fell and Tommy was still missing, a search party was organized.
Villagers carrying lanterns and hope in their hearts ventured into the forest, their calls of Tommy, Tommy, echoing through the darkness.
They searched through the night and into the next day, their desperation growing with every passing hour. They combed every inch of the forest, their calls growing more and more frantic.
But Tommy was gone. The forest, it seemed, had swallowed him whole, keeping its secrets well guarded.
Tommy was never seen again. Some say he wandered too deep into the forest, lost in a maze of ancient trees and forgotten paths. Others whispered that the forest spirits, angered by his intrusion, had spirited him away. The villagers, their hearts heavy with grief, erected a small stone marker at the edge of the forest, a somber reminder of the boy who had vanished into the shadows. Tommy's disappearance served as a stark reminder to the villagers. The forest was a place of mystery and danger, a place to be respected, not explored. It was a reminder of the importance of listening to those who cared for them, of heeding their warnings, and of cherishing the safety and warmth of home. For curiosity, though a powerful force, could sometimes lead to perilous paths. And in the heart of the Whispering Forest, some secrets, it seemed, were best left undisturbed.